Hello, my friends. So here we are, and let's talk about the Fibonacci sprinting method. It's something I came across by a workflow user a while ago. Oh, wait. It's something I came across as a workflow by another workflow user quite a while ago, and I'm using it ever since. It's amazing. I love it. So it works by adding numbers to tasks, and the best way to do it is maybe just like do a new day. So let's say today, and today we add 3 different tasks. So maybe like bring out trash, right? We make this a task and we add a number. This one is a 1. Maybe we drop off like just some package at DHL delivery, you know. Maybe this is a tiny bit more effort because I not only have to leave the house, but like go somewhere, print some label. So maybe I say print label and then drop off at, store, whatever. So we see that already it makes sense that we have a 2 because there's like a multi-step process included, right? Makes sense. Bring out trash, done, that's it. And now let's add another one, maybe a bit more complex, and maybe we send presentation to client, right? And maybe this is a 5. 5 is a lot, but maybe it's the main thing of the day. So we could add a priority. What happens in here if it wouldn't be a task is I'd have this red dot, but I haven't done the custom CSS, but whatever. 5. Let's get back to it. So with the 5, what we do is maybe we finish analysis first, right? Then at the end, we send it over to client. Those are the simple ones, but also prepare the video feedback, maybe is a 2, which means, I don't know, set up Loom or this tool or whatever. So you see there's like more involved. Finish analysis. Maybe actually, and then do briefing, right? And video feedback is like this. This is where the actual meat is. There we go. So now all of a sudden we have a task that has more multi-steps, and instead of maybe we just do a comparison just so you have an idea of the alternative, right? So like better, and then we do worse. We put all of this in here, and now imagine we wouldn't have the numbers, and without the numbers, and this is the important part, I likely wouldn't have done all of these. I would just have that, and all of a sudden sending out the client presentation feels as much effort as bringing out the trash, and it's just there's no context, there's no relationship to the tasks. So when I feel down because I've just had, I don't know, lots of food and I'm like food hungover, maybe I just bring out the trash because it's an easy thing to do. If I'm super tired from food hangover, maybe I shouldn't start with the presentation. But how would I know? Maybe I just start procrastinating. There's many different things that might happen all of a sudden, and that's why I use the 1 to 5 or even 8, but the 8 is actually more of a wake-up call for me. So I use it sometimes just because it feels like an 8, but it makes me realize that it actually is a project and not a task. So instead of the 8, what I do is I just make it like a multi-step thing where sometimes I can just like show you in here. I do it like this. So it is a 5. I treat it that way instead of the 8, and it's the 1 of 2. So maybe I copy the task, right? Oops. And then I make like number 2 of 2. And then I simply move it to tomorrow. And there we go. How amazing is that? And this is the way I work. And now comes the cool part. We can also, of course, it's another thing, but if I didn't finish anything, for example, if I didn't bring out the trash that day, I simply add this sign at the end of the day, this here. And if I didn't do it multiple days, I add it multiple times. And then I move it to the respective date. Maybe we do like in 2 days. Does this work? Amazing. Workflowy. And in 2 days I have it. So if I go to 2 days, oops, that's another thing. There we go. Bring out trash. And I see that I have postponed it a couple of times. And I have more ones in that day, right? Like ABC stuff. You know? It's just another relationship of the things. And I'm like, I shouldn't put it off that often. Actually, I should prioritize over the other things today. And that is why this is another decent indicator. Sprint method. There we go. And this explains this element. We've talked about projects. Oh yeah, last thing we can do is we can count. Counting helps because it's good for your brain, but also it adds something. For example, if, oh, we didn't want to move the thing. Let's put it back here. Bring out trash. And for example, if I did a couple of those, let's say all of these, I can add a number over here. For example, like 8 of 8. And if I do that a couple of times within my weekly or daily structure, I can get a scope of how many effort points, that's kind of the best description, I'm able to do in a day. So all of a sudden, I'm able to estimate my energy levels, like how much can I do in a day, and I begin being realistic with myself instead of just having like an endless list of, I don't even know, like this. While you might say, well, this is just 10 to-dos, this should be fine today. No, it's not 10 to-dos. One of them is a 5. So if you've done that for the day, you've done your priority. You can call it a day maybe, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So tracking is really beneficial and helps me, yeah, track my energy levels. Also gamifies things a little bit. So sometimes I actually do that. I add things later that I did, but that were not part of the list, just to get the numbers a bit higher up. And yeah, let's keep it at that. This is the sprint method, Fibonacci based numbers from 1 to 8 in my case. And yeah, if there's anything else, let me know your questions. Highly recommended, and see you in the next video. Cheers.